Welcome to this live edition of Road Trippin. Allie Clifton, Richard Jefferson. He's not Channing Frye. He's not Kendrick Perkins. We've got a countdown though in our chat over here on the right. Welcome to all of you who are joining us as we are going live with Georgie's of the Cavs. George, where are you?
I'm back.
We're so excited. We're so excited to have you, George. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been this excited for a repeat guest ever.
You lie. Too good. It's almost like a talent.
Oh, you could see that. Thank you. Yeah, only to you, big guy.
Okay, wait, where are you, George?
I'm right here. I disappeared.
Well, like, what city are you in?
Oh, Cleveland. What, you don't like how my drapes are up over here?
Those look beautiful. Those, honestly, I'm so proud of you. Everything looks great.
Oh. Yeah. You know, I was an interior designer major in college.
Interior designer major?
Yeah.
Somebody said slow down on my baby oil. No, Diddy got that market covered.
Dear Lord. Okay, we're here at the second half of the knockout round of the NBA Cup. Obviously, we're watching the Bucks, the Magic. We're going to chat it for the second half, so feel free to join in and leave your questions, comments, concerns. The guys will chime back, if you will. Chirp. Do you guys remember Chirp? That was so long ago.
Like, what do you mean, like the
phone chirp?
The phone chirp? What was that? That might be too old for Georgie over here.
Like what, the Nextel? Come on.
The Nextel.
You used to play your ringtone when you press the up button. You could find me in the club, bottle full of bug.
That was definitely the ringtone. That was definitely the ringtone.
Julian, Richard could never get canceled.
Honestly, this comment section, I might not want to keep this up while I'm on here. Like this,
the comment section is a good time. They're not friendly, and they will tell us the truth. Basically, I'm trying to figure out why Orlando is so close to Milwaukee currently right now in this game.
You don't know why?
No, I have no idea why. I'm literally turning it on. I was just at basketball practice.
Who are you coaching?
Fair. It's a fair.
No,
but seriously,
dropping off kids at basketball practice.
Kids.
My kids. Let's be clear, everyone. My kids.
The Magic. You've beat the Bucks a couple of times. You should have the answer to this.
You know, I feel like the Bucks are still trying to figure out. You know, they know what they're going to get from their main two guys with like Damian Lillard and Giannis, and then you kind of throw Chris Middleton in the mix with like I think he's on like minutes restriction, but they're still trying to figure out like what they can get from each role player, right? So I think teams are cool with like kind of putting more than one defender on Giannis or Dame and seeing what role player can pop off for 20 or 30 points. And Milwaukee sometimes has had guys that have done that and other times, you know, haven't. But then again, you know, the Magic are missing their two best players. So I guess I'm right there with Richard when he's assuming or wondering why. Oh my God, that almost went in.
I know it's tough. Like two oblique injuries for both of their players. Do you rest easier knowing that you can't get that injury?
But I don't understand what you mean. I have the muscle. It's just buried somewhere under there. Show your face in the flipping camera right now. Say it to my face, you little jerk.
I heard the B before the jerk. You little jerk.
You guys are talking about Paulo and
Franz.
Did you just see that Jalen Suggs headed to the?
I mean, but I love Jalen Suggs, and I think he's like super tough. But you know, he is like king of the NBA to do like the and then get back in there and like go score 20. So it's like
so you're saying let's wait a second.
Yeah, I mean, like when he's hurt, but he's also like I think he's a tough kid. So like he may show like I'm bleeding, but like He'll
really
come
keep
back.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a football player, so there's no need for him to be oohing and on.
Well, Magic Twitter right now is all up in arms, saying that he
What are
better
they
come
saying?
out of the MFing locker room right
Oh,
now.
he's on the bench right now.
Oh,
There you
see?
go. Having said that, Elijah said, "Nah, don't disrespect the G-Wagon." When did the minivan become a G-Wagon?
You know, because Richard was talking that shit this summer. So
You can cuss on it. You can say shit. It's okay.
he was talking that shit. So I went in and I revamped the minivan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, you pimped your ride? You pimped your ride? You had some spinning wheels?
Exhibit style. A lot of these young kids wouldn't know that.
No. You had to be watching MTV in the early 2000s for that. Are you old enough for that?
Yo, chill. If you're a GM, I'm 24 years old. But if you're a regular person, I'm 31.
I was just about to say, wait, how old really are you? We're acting like
He's got that Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo age.
I'm born on January 1st.
Who's the dude in the top right? His name is George Niang. He plays for the 21-4 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yo, Super Panda, you better chill before I turn off this comment section.
Yes. Wait. Let's hold on a second. What this thing is so.
Fish tanks and all.
I'm still working on having not just the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first place Cleveland Cavalier. Congratulations, man.
Fair.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I had expectations, but you guys have definitely underwhelmed what I thought my expectations were going to be.
You said underwhelmed?
Yeah, underwhelmed. Exactly.
What did you think we were going to go? 25-0?
It was there for you. You lose
All
to
of Cleveland
Trae
thought you
Young
guys
and
were
the
going
Atlanta
82-1.
Hawks. Once you lost to the Hawks, you guys just gave up on your season.
Hey, wait. They are actually, people don't give them enough credit. Like, can we talk about this? Like, actually talk about basketball? Because, you know, we take a lot of time talking about nonsense. But having Bogdanovich and DeAndre Hunter come off the bench while you can somewhat be like competitive with your starting unit, like they start Ricochet, who is like people don't understand, like he was the number 1 overall pick, so like people want to talk shit, but he actually like he's talented enough to be that.
Okay.
Then you have Capella, who's played enough NBA games to be serviceable and good. Then you have that Jalen Johnson kid who's like
He got bounce.
He's up and coming. Then you have Dyson Daniels. Like, how did he slip away from the? I'm not even gonna say it, but anyway. And then you have Trae Young, so that like Dyson Daniels can defend, Jalen Johnson can score, and Zachary Ricochet still plays defense. And then when you go to your second unit, you come off with like 2 starter power players off the bench, and you leave like or Onyeka Okongwu. Like you still have like.
Let me add for you, George. They have 8 guys averaging 10 or more. You've got the league's leader in assists with Trae Young, and you've got the league's leading man when it comes to steals and Dyson Daniels.
So you're saying you're afraid of the Atlanta Hawks. All I heard is that you're afraid of the Atlanta Hawks.
No, you are not giving credit because you never give credit. Like I could have a 6-pack and you'd be like, well, like you're still 12% body fat. Like you don't give credit.
That's true. You know what? I'm giving you credit right now. I'm giving him credit right now because that statement was accurate. So I do give credit.
Nah, Allie, F him, man. Seriously.
Look, I say it every other day, sometimes twice a day. So I get it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. I was listening to the first half. Stan Van Gundy threw out a point as he's on the call right now of this game. Do you guys agree with this point? He says that besides the Celtics in the Eastern Conference, that the Magic have probably the toughest, best backcourt defensively.
What does he mean? What does he mean by that?
Suggs,
He's like, what does he mean by that?
KCP.
Suggs and KCP. Yeah, I would say I would put them up there.
I know their team is god awful, but I would put Herb and DeJounte Murray up. DeJounte got hurt in the first game.
Eastern Conference.
I'm talking about the entire
in
league.
general.
Freaking listen, dude.
First of all,
I
I'm
just don't
trying
want
to watch.
people to get that misconstrued from Stan's comment. Is my point. So now you're talking like league wide.
I'm talking. That's why. Can we expand on the conversation? Listen. We'll teach you about podcasting a little bit later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Herb is a 3. He plays the 3.
Yeah, but he guards guards. He's not always out there on KD. Like if you have a starting point guard, they will put him on it. Wait, are you saying he doesn't guard backcourt players?
I mean, I feel like with DeJounte there now, he's kind of his matchup isn't going to be. I feel like they might stick DeJounte on, that point guard. But then again,
What do we know, right? And besides, hold on a second. They're 5-20. So why are we even talking about them?
you brought him up. This guy's a manipulator. This is not.
George, I was going to say, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Okay, so take it one step further. Alex said SGA Caruso ? If you're talking league wide.
Come on, dude. Be serious.
Mm-mm.
What?
No.
What is that person talking about?
Oh, well, Alex, he doesn't like you.
No, I'm not saying I don't like you, but like, yes, Alex Caruso defends, but like,
don't get fired up, man. We're just having fun with the chat. We like to jump in. We watch the second half of the game. We talk some hoop. We watch Chris Middleton drop it off to Giannis. Am I behind you guys?
Is it 80-70?
No, you're ahead. But if he said Lou Dort and Alex Caruso,
those two boys, they're like bulldogs out there. Little bulldogs.
If you were like, hey, you got to get it over half court, and then they lift up the curtain, and it was like those two dudes, I'd be like,
Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny, George? Allie will like this. Please. There's not a combination in which we could say about the Lakers.
Okay. Elijah wants to know.
Allie, don't let him disrespect you like that.
I'm not disrespecting her. I'm disrespecting her team that she works.
Just my position, no big deal. George, actually, I could ask Richard this question too. I was just getting annoyed with him for a second. Do you think that depth is the biggest thing in the NBA right now? Cavs, Memphis, Houston, etc., all deep. They have some of the best teams.
Yeah, I would say it definitely helps in the era of, you look at Milwaukee, they're paying a lot of people. So with, superstars, they're usually being like 3 max guys and then 2 other high money guys, when you're able to have contracts and youth along with experience, that allows you to have 9, 10, 11 guys deep, I think, that helps, especially since, injuries are a real thing in this league. So I would say, with the teams that are pretty successful, they have some real good depth. But then again, you look at the Celtics and their guys play all the time and they have 8 guys. But then again, they sit out guys and other guys are able to step up. So, yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
Yes. Again, it's still based off help, depth, and you still need help. Like the Pelicans are supposed to be deep. They were supposed to be like a top 5, top 7 like team as far as depth, right? Like they had enough depth on their team. Yes, they lost their big, but ultimately I'm kind of thinking to myself, it's like if you have a rash of injuries, you're never going to be competing. But I think the way the league is kind of trending, it's the big 3 is hard to do, like 3 max guys and then some lower mid-level exceptions. If you don't spread that out, it's hard to have a complete roster if you're only paying a big 3. Phoenix has done it a little bit, but all of these teams then are going to start getting taxed. And so I don't know. I think depth is important, but also it goes side by side. Like he said, injuries are a real thing. You can have depth, but if you're injured, it don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, but also your role players, I want to say, like, can't be too one-dimensional, where I feel like sometimes with Phoenix, some of those guys are strictly like 3 and D and, point guards that are like facilitators, because you're like, oh my God, I have Brad Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Like, we need people to keep the floor spaced and people that can just get them the ball. So it's like, if those guys are injured, you still need to have like role players. Whereas like Karis LeVert, for example, right? Like he can play his role when everybody is there and be like that sixth man, but he can also like if one of them's down and we need him to start and like heavy dose of pick and roll, heavy ISO, like he can go get you 20, 25 on one of those nights where it's like no disrespect to like Phoenix's guys, but it's like, you know,
There's
do you have
there's difference. Yeah, there's different. It's like Derek White. If you ask Derek White to up his offensive game production on a certain night with Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown or Porzingis out, he can do it. I'm not saying Karis LeVert and Derek White are the same player. I'm just saying it's like there's different wings that can go get you a bucket, and then there's other wings like Spencer Dinwiddie's one of those wings. He's not just like a situational. We got 3-and-D, we got a big that can roll, and we got point guards that are going to pass. That used to be, I think that was the old NBA.
What were you? You kind of transitioned into everything. What do you like? You could do backup five. You could be like 3-and-D. You could be like low post scorer. Like I grew up in Boston, so I remember like how Paul Pierce used to bust that out.
Yeah. I was 2-0 versus Paul in the postseason. So me and him have had that discussion quite heavily. Right. But it was, I think we beat him 10 out of 11 times or so. I don't remember the exact number. Right. But it was a 25, 40, 30 point blowout on Christmas one day. But again, we're not here to discuss them, but we did sweep them one year and then won both our games in the Boston Garden to send them home, including one to the NBA Finals. That was fun. But again, we're getting off topic here. It's more of talking about like complete players. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Keep
It's all good. Paul Pierce, I still love you, bro. Childhood hero.
Speaking of depth, George, I don't know if you're allowed to answer this because I'm not sure if it's exactly official, but I did just see a report. Aren't you guys getting Max Strus back on Friday?
Who said that?
There's a report.
We are? No.
What's wrong with you, bro?
I'm pumped. If we're getting him back, watch out.
Oh, what? You get to relax now?
That's fucked up. Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't do
Real talk, though, George, I was looking up your numbers. You're averaging career highs across the board.
Yeah, Richard, you get in that house right now. You better stop that.
Bro, honestly, together we're better. I get it. You want everybody there, right? Like there's the G-Wagons. G-Wagons don't get the exact same gas mileage as minivans, man. So, sometimes you got to, let the G-Wagon sit in the garage.
What you just want me to collect DNPs? Is that what you want me to do?
I didn't say all. First of all,
is Max coming back on Friday or what? You just tell me. And all the Cleveland fans that want to know.
I can't confirm nor deny that. But I have heard some whispers. But it is only what's today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now it is. I got 79-82. I know the Bucks are playing better basketball, and I know they had a soft spot. They play well against the Celtics. But this game is 79-82 in Milwaukee without the two best players for Orlando. And those
Orlando only shooting 5 of 23.
But I mean, Orlando defends. Like if this game was in like the 90s right now, I would be like, Orlando's in trouble. But they play hard and they defend, so it's not like they really need a lot of guys to score points. They just need Milwaukee to not score that many. Like, oh my God. That was not a foul.
What, the block? Oh, that was close. That was a foul.
You thought that was a foul on Damian Lillard?
100%. He's a hack.
Super Panda, Celtics versus Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I got the Celtics winning in 5 to 6 games. Medium difficulty overall.
People just say anything in these comments.
No, that was from me. That's my burner account.
You found it, George. You found his burner.
Yeah, that's my Super X4 Panda. That's my burner account.
Yo, Bobby Portis though.
He's balling.
He had a rough game against Boston, but he's come back full.
He didn't really give us much. Let's see, what do we got? 83. Look, Milwaukee's gonna win. Okay, so it's this game, and then what's the next one? Dallas OKC, and then where
Dallas
the other?
OKC. And then you've got Knicks.
Oh my goodness.
Bunnies.
Oh,
You got Knicks and Hawks
that
tomorrow,
hurts.
and then Golden State, Houston. Who's
Oh, you missed the layup, and then Dame gets a bunny.
Yeah, Smokey
are you
Robinson.
ahead of us or what?
Yeah, pay your internet bill. What? You
You win some, you lose some, George. Elijah has the Cavs winning the chip, and you're the Finals MVP.
that bet $1,000 on that parlay.
For those of you that are just joining us, it's George
Yeah,
being.
you
I know
wouldn't
he's
have
so
to-
far back.
You wouldn't have to work a day in your life if you
Ever.
went on.
Ever.
If what?
If they bet 1,000 that I'd be Finals MVP.
And the Cavs win.
Whoa, chill. That's real. That's
No, I said parlay. The parlay is you. That's
because I know you. I've caught on to your nonsense.
Let me say this. I thank you for showing up. Right, we appreciate you. We shoot you a text, tell you to come hang out, watch some basketball, talk some shit, and we appreciate you. We do. I'm saying this does not go unnoticed or unappreciated.
George, Vito wants to know if you miss being on the Sixers.
I loved my time in Philly.
That's not what they asked. Pay attention.
I said I loved, and that's what I said. That's what I said. They asked, and that's what I said. I love my time in Philly.
Okay.
People loved your explanation of your time in Philly and some of your breakdown from the summer on Road Trippin.
Oh,
Yeah, Richard, he spiked my drink and then made me say crazy stuff.
Again, we've already had 2 Diddy references to baby oil and spiking drinks. Like, I did not spike your drink. You asked me to put it in there, right? So there's completely different.
Whatever happens on Road Trippin stays.
Until you're live. George, tell us one thing we need to know about the Cavs that people don't know. Outside of
I think as like a collective group, like in professional sports, it's tough to find people that genuinely are happy for other people's successes. And we have actually a group that actually has, been able to feel that and show it with our play. Like, it really doesn't matter who's scoring or who's getting the accolades. We kind of just show up and have a good time coming to work, kind of like you guys do with this podcast.
Dappy says this trio is the best. Laughing my ass off. Aw.
Make sure you DM Perk and Channing that.
Wait, does Perk come on this?
Yeah, Perk comes on when typically his screen looks like yours because he doesn't turn sideways. But outside of that, no, you have to take off. Oh, look at that!
There he is.
Is this your first time?
Oh, why I look so big?
Why are you looking down?
Yeah, why? That's a fun. The down angle is probably better.
Yo, this guy's flipping mean.
Okay, so now that's good. That's good. See, now that's better.
Yo, it's a 1-point game. Are you sure Milwaukee's gonna win this? Rich, I think you said that.
Yeah, just because it's like you're still going to get down to late game execution, and then all of a sudden it's not system play. It's you need a bucket when you.
And they have 2 guys,
and they got 2 dudes that are going to get them a bucket or an open shot. Where, look, I just think when you get teams like this, the last 3 minutes is when it's like you're not running a system and sharing the ball. Somebody's got to be able to go get a bucket.
Yo, Richard, I see no lies told there.
Yeah, you gotta get a bucket. You gotta have a bucket getter.
Giannis about to take over this 4th. What does Giannis have right now?
Enough. $300 million.
32.
Oh, Bobby Portis off the glass. Am I too ahead of you guys? How far ahead am I?
No, that was right on time. That was right on cue.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad your guys' stuff buffered. Oh, did they not count that?
Well, coming from someone that lived in Cleveland, Reagan for 6 years, born and raised in Ohio, visited there often, someone that lives there now and someone that lived there for a couple of years. Does Cleveland have nightlife?
Depends who you know. That's actually,
Well, you're on the team with Tristan.
huh? Yeah, that's confirmed. That's my teammate.
Oh, I love Tristan. You know what? We did talk about this. We asked Tristan to join with you. You two in your post team.
Yeah, we asked Tristan to join on. By the way, you're doing a very, very good job, man. You and Tristan.
Are you being on? Are you being
No,
facetious? Or are you being
am.
honest?
Look, I am. Is it a poor man's version of what I did? Yes, but it is very, very good, the two of you.
You suck.
No, I'm all kidding aside. Look, that is very good. I think you have a future in the media. I think you're going to be great. It's fun work. It's hard work. Thank you for putting your phone back. But they will pay you money when you're done stealing money from the NBA. You can like steal money from broadcast.
Yo, is that how you honestly feel about me?
No, I feel like I'm stealing money. I feel like I'm stealing money. And I think the chat would agree that I'm stealing money. The fact that they pay me to do what I do. It's a compliment.
Do they pay you? Do they pay you?
Look, yes. They pay me well enough that my kids can go to private school.
And your family members, they could go shopping and go to school.
No. Wow.
Come on, ask Uncle Richard for some money, yo.
I only pay for school now. I only pay for school. I only pay for college. That's it. No more. When you get 16, we not giving Christmas gifts and stuff. We saving for college. That's what we doing.
Okay, Julian Ilford. We don't believe that. Kilpie. Cleveland has nightlife, kind of like Mike Tyson on Fight Night. For both of you, do you go to a bucket late, Mosnef, Georges, but I'm going to ask you too, Richard. If you need a bucket late, Luka or SGA, who do you trust more?
Luka. I'm gonna go Luka. He's frustrating at times, but I'm not gonna disrespect what I've seen since the minute he walked into the NBA. He looked around and was like, "Oh, this shit's easy."
Look, yeah, I would definitely say Luka, and I think a part of it is he's just so like carefree. Like he doesn't feel. I don't think he feels pressure. Like I remember one time we were in Philly, and we were playing Dallas, and Frank Ntilikina like made a three, and I looked at Frank. I was like, "You weren't making that fucking bullshit when you were in New York." And Luka tapped me. He's like, "He didn't have me passing to him." Like everything is just like I was like, how the hell did you just come up with that? Like
he didn't have me passing to him. Yeah, no, but Luka's that, and again, the dime he can drop. Like when you say you need a bucket, that ain't just scoring. When you need a bucket, a dude that can get somebody a layup, a lob, a no look, a behind the head twist, bullshit. Like I'm sorry, like I'm not glazing. Is merely stating that Luka can get a bucket a million different ways, especially if you hit that step back. But now Shea top 5. Shea is top 5.
Yeah, because like how do you guard him? He's so good at like, like not I want to say pushing you off, but getting into your body and then like creating contact to then get separation to then creating contact. And if you try to hold your ground, he draws a foul or can change direction.
Can you guys answer me this one question?
Why he won't turn his phone sideways?
That too. But more so. You're so handsome. Podcast, George. You act like you don't know.
It was just tough for my chubby fingers to hold it.
Why are the coaches for Milwaukee wearing blue?
Why are they wearing? Am I the only person that think coaches should go back to suits? That shit
looks
trash.
Whoa! Come on.
That looks trash. I remember one time I looked.
Suits for what?
Can the head coach wear a suit?
Okay, you're just saying now you're back to like Richard that I'm just gonna say anything. Cut
That's
the
not
bullshit.
saying. I'm saying there have been coaches that have said it. Like look at what they're doing. Look they look like they're on the team. Like about to suit up. They got warm-up suits on.
Okay, well, at one point in time, NFL coaches wore, suits on the sideline, and that had a moment, but it came and went. Like it's
Oh,
over. It's
I'm
done.
sorry. Are you? Do you care so much about what the coaches wear? Are you that inconvenienced by it? Why are
Yeah,
you
because
so-
I don't want my coach feeling like uptight. I want him feeling comfortable because I make a lot of mistakes out there, and I don't need him being uptight about his outfit.
Thank you.
Because
That's well thought out. That's well thought out. The more comfortable your coach is, I'll allow it.
perfect.
All right, we got 5 minutes to go. 5:55.
In a 3-point game. Someone asked, did you guys see the clip today? You probably didn't. Of Michael Jordan. It was listed on his $15.3 million yacht wearing a $40,000 Rolex. Someone in the comments did ask Richard if you could tell a Michael Jordan story because they know that you have one and they don't believe you've told any. You played against him, right?
Played against him. I worked in the Jordan camp when I was in college. Let me say this about MJ. I've never been in a place where a person has more light and aura around them, like Prince. There's certain people that walk into a room and the energy's different. It didn't matter if it was like the pickup games in Santa Barbara. I worked out for his team when he was when he was a GM for the Wizards or president before he came back playing. But let me say this. I'll give you a quick story. We crushed them. We scored 70 points on the first half. MJ did not play the second game or the second half of the game. And we had sold out. Brooklyn, our New Jersey never sold out. MJ retired, unretired to come back. Arena sold out. They spent the whole, because he didn't play. It was like he's 40 years old. It was 70-30 at halftime. The entire crowd chanted, "We want MJ" for the entire second half. For the entire second half. They didn't. We were winning. We were this. They did not give a damn. They just said, "We want MJ." The whole crowd, our home crowd, from halftime on, even though we were beating them by 40. So I think MJ has a pretty strong presence.
Maybe still.
Who you got in this game? Who you got, Georgie?
I think Milwaukee's gonna pull this one out. I mean,
okay. The way to go out on the limb.
Yeah, if you want that, have Perk come on. He'll get on and he'll say anything.
Why do you think Perk comes on all the time?
Because they want to. Allie wants to replace you with Perk.
Oh,
I mean, Perk with replace you with Perk.
5-point
George,
game.
you got a few recommendations for restaurants around Lawrence?
My hometown. Yeah. Chili's, the 99.
Yo,
are you from one of those? Are you from one of those towns?
No, my town was 50,000 people, but like first of all, people think like
my college was that big.
Okay, here we
go. Just a small town boy, man.
Living in a lonely world.
Yeah, see, you caught on. I knew it. I knew that you looked a lot smarter than you actually are.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I hide it with sarcasm.
But,
yeah,
no,
they're actually really looking for recommendations because they live there now.
They should go to get some Tripoli's pizza. Tell them George Niang sent you.
Not too much. Not too much.
Nah, do it. Go big or go home.
Oh God, you don't want to go. Somebody Shackasek said you don't want to go to Lawrence. Where is Lawrence again?
Massachusetts. But I'm from Methuen, Massachusetts. I was just born in Lawrence.
Oh, in Methuen, Massachusetts.
Methuen.
Okay, how many people are in Methuen?
50,000.
Is okay? So how big is Lawrence?
It's probably like 80 to 100. It's like the next town over.
Methuen. It feels like you have a lisp when you say it.
You gotta chill, dude. Seriously.
I cannot.
Can you imagine if somebody had a list and and it was Methuen, Mississippi? That's not funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why are you making fun of people, dude? You
Who's
really are
making
about to
fun of?
get canceled.
I'm from Glendale, Arizona. Knock yourself out.
Allie, let's X this dude out. Let's just finish this off ourselves.
Well, they got Kevin Hart and Shaq on my commercial right now.
Oh, us too. Were you a Boston fan growing up, George?
I was. And it was painful to see, RJ, Kerry Kittles, Kenyon Martin, Jason Kidd do that disrespectful stuff. And the worst part was like the New Jersey Nets jerseys looked like they were like practice uniforms. Like, you could see like the player's skin through the holes in the jersey. It was
you could see there wasn't a lot of thought. There wasn't a lot of New Jersey jersey sales out there.
No, there wasn't a lot of money, seemed like it put into that organization. But when they got, guys like Keith Van Horn and Brian Scalabrine, then, the Celtics started beating them. And that's when I was like, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you guys think he's just showing off his basketball knowledge. It was a subtle flex that I picked up on. I actually have a tremendous amount of respect because we asked Chet Holmgren, and he had no idea that I even played for New Jersey or any of my teammates because he was pretty much born the year I went to he was born before I went to the NBA Finals. He was born in 2002.
No, was he really?
Yeah, he didn't know. Someone
these young dudes are taking over this league. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, we just talked about that on the podcast yesterday.
Well, what did you guys talk about, Allie?
The transition.
Yeah, Rich, can you keep it down? Could you keep it down for a minute? Allie, what were you saying?
The transition and the evolution, if you look at the top teams on both sides. He didn't leave. He's still here.
My feelings are hurt.
He's so worried.
Yo, I really thought you left. I'd be like, all right, Allie, I got to go. This got awkward.
Why? Why is it awkward?
Because people don't want to hear from me.
Bro, they do.
Asking for you in the comments.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question, though, you said? Sorry.
It wasn't a question. That's what we were talking about in the podcast that just came out today. If you haven't watched it or listened to it, go check it out. But just the evolution of kind of the youth movement. When you look at the teams, obviously top of the conference, especially with the West, the OKC, the Rockets, all of that, just kind of how you just mentioned the young guys taking over.
Yeah, let me ask you this. That's obviously a question for you, Rich, and then Allie, you've seen it. From your experience.
Don't disrespect the host.
No, but what I'm saying is Richard, you were a player, but Allie's been in the league long enough to see it with her own two eyes. I'm talking about you.
I was a player too, bro.
Well, not in the NBA.
She broed you.
I'm kidding, George. I'm kidding.
I meant for more because when you were before your last years in the NBA, there were real vets. Where the Al Jeffersons, my first couple years in the league, those guys would school you to the game on what was acceptable, on the court, off the court, the unwritten rules of a rookie being oh, I haven't scored in the game. We're up 10, we're holding the ball, but I go shoot a layup and wonder why someone just came across the court and decked me.
So what's your question?
I feel like the NBA has kind of gotten away from those, you look at the free agent list and it's all those 10, 12, 13-year guys who can still play, but the league would much rather go give a guy, a second chance on his second team that's in his second, third year as their 14th, 15th man.
Yeah, the league is trending younger, and it always happens. It's always the veterans that are going to end up retiring, and they always say look, players typically retire closer to the start of a season, not at the end of a season. They're just hey, they're training there, and then they see all the spots are taken by young players or two-way players. And so veterans are oftentimes, when there's injuries to teams, veterans are oftentimes the first ones to be called. That's why Carmelo got back into the league. Portland was decimated by injuries, I believe, and they brought him back in. So look, you have your window, and when you have your chance, and we've talked about this with you, when you have your chance to kind of transition from a everyday player, you have to go into the vet role very, very gracefully, or else they just move on. There's very few vets that get to do it. You're not going to be a vet and be a headache in year 15. It just don't happen. That's why James Jones was so good. That's why Udonis was so good. Those guys that just stay around because they do everything they're supposed to. They teach the young guys. They keep the standard. But when it's time for the young guys to go, it's time for the young guys to go.
Yeah. No, I mean, you had, I feel like 2016, 2017, 2018, that was like the last, like the Sean Livingstons, the Andre Iguodala's, the U's, the Channing Frye, the Channing Frye.
But you got
Why do you laugh?
What's wrong?
Because there was one time when I was like getting in at the end of the game and Channing was like checking in and he was like, he was like, he made a reference being like, don't be running around out there trying to beat. So it just always stuck with me because he was just like doing his thing. But I'll tell you this, he didn't want to be caught in that drop late in his career because getting out to a shooting big, he was like,
no. And he knew it only took like 1-2 of those plays, and he was back to the bench. You did not look. He was closing out heavy. No, he was closing out heavy. No, man. But you know what it is. You feel like they're not. How old are you now?
26, 31.
Okay. Hey,
26, 31.
I hate to break it to you, but that generation that you just saw leave, you are now that generation.
Not that, but that ain't true. Yeah. I've been doing yoga and Pilates and stuff.
No, but I'm like, saying you're the next set of vets.
Who's Orlando got to go to here down the stretch?
Why are we talking about this game? Milwaukee's going to win. Because,
why aren't we talking about it?
Because George said that Milwaukee's going to win.
Orlando's ball. Are you kidding?
George said that they're going to win. He guaranteed that they're going to win. Speaking about guarantees,
Jalen Suggs and KCP are going to have to come up big.
Okay, good. Why are you going to why do you guarantee that the Cavs are going to win their second championship this year? Go.
Did you see what just happened on the court?
Another.
I'm not doing all that guaranteeing nonsense because, that doesn't help anybody. I'm confident in that our team can win a championship, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Respect. So that means that you guys would be better.
You see what I'm talking about, though? You see what he just did?
What?
And he's going to go up there and sink these 2 free throws. Like,
the toughness of him?
Yeah, like you ain't slick.
He's got blood on his knee. He just got busted in his mouth. He's got a bad
No, he brushed him in his neck, Allie.
We got the same amount of hair.
I will not partake in this. The angle. The bad angle.
What do you mean straight on?
No, mine was under the hoop.
Oh, did you go to Turkey to get your patch fixed? What did you do? Was it Propecia?
I'm rocking the golf course freely on the top.
The spray? Was it a spray? What?
Nah, I mean, hey. I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I ain't going with the extraterrestrial look like you got.
Oh no, but I think you would. Yes, your melon would not look as pretty.
No, because yours is like different. Like yours isn't circular. Yours is like circular, then like oval when it gets.
You guys are over here talking about hair, which one of you does not even have.
Yo,
you see that?
Yeah, y'all need to get your internet fixed.
Yo, this game is tied. Is anybody else watching this?
Who is Milwaukee going to go to down the stretch? Chris Middleton's shooting this.
Maybe that's actually a better question.
Oh my God, that's a bad call. Actually, I can't say that, can I?
Well, you can.
RJ, when did you say enough is enough and went bald?
22.
21. 20, like literally. My second year. I was broke in college, so I couldn't get haircuts when they didn't pay us at Arizona yet. So
that's not true. I
used to shave my head, and then when I got to league, everybody, Barkley had a bald head, MJ had a bald head, Fab Five was shaving their head. So it was like that was just kind of like a thing. We were just kind of whatever. And then I started to grow it, and it looked very Jalen Suggs-esque. And I decided to skip over the headband phase and looking like Charlie Villanueva. So I just went.
Wow. Why is he catching the stray? Great guy.
He deserves any stray he gets. I have twice as much hair as Charlie.
Giannis is at the Giannis is at the free throw line.
Why are you? No, Charlie is my brother. Charlie is my brother. Big Smooth. That's my guy. I give him shit.
And Charlie's doing a free throw.
Charlie's doing great things with children with alopecia. Also, I want to make sure we address that and show him a lot of love.
Yes, sir. Big Smooth.
Big Smooth. Why is this game?
Oh, you gotta shoot that.
Oh man.
This is
what?
Guys, we know Milwaukee's going to win.
What? They just do that.
Know Milwaukee's going to win this.
You sure?
They aren't.
What's the okay? Well,
bucket?
I guarantee you.
No, don't be saying that.
That
guarantee word gets a little dangerous.
Who is the go-to guy down the stretch for Milwaukee? Who is it?
It gets crazy sometimes. You never know.
No, this is what it is. This is that thing. I think you run pick and roll with Dame, secondary pick and roll with Chris Middleton.
No.
Yeah. Wait, right now they're throwing the ball into Chris Middleton. Look at this. It is. Look, they got. Oh.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm. They're playing a 3-man game.
Who is?
I mean, this lineup is kind of wild though. Dame, Giannis, Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, AJ Green.
What's up, peeps?
Oh God!
Looky there.
What's up?
What's up?
It's Phoenix. That's Georgie Borgie right there.
Hey, Phoenix.
No, George Niang. Say hi, George Niang. I think you guys have his basketball card. He plays for the Cavs.
Cool.
Cool.
Ooh, I'm gonna go see if I have it. Smells like bacon up here.
It smells like bacon. That's just your. Want to say hello to everyone?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, yo?
Don't know. You gonna say hi?
Hello.
They both have your jersey on?
That I didn't want to crush their dreams when I was like, are you guys really going to basketball practice like that? And so, yes, they did. Yeah. I also pay them money to make sure that they're representing and keeping it alive.
Fourth quarter.
All right.
Little Rich. Is that Little Rich? Little Rich, who do you got winning this? Milwaukee or Orlando?
Okay, let's see. I think Milwaukee maybe, but like I feel like Orlando sometimes.
That's why you pay him.
That's why
you pay him.
He's a little delayed on the TV thing that we got. All right, beat it, kid.
But I think Milwaukee's Milwaukee's always stays strong. But I feel like Orlando's very good at the end of the game.
Yeah, kid. You know.
To answer your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
You gave us a lot of like.
Oh, Jalen's like they ice on him. Look, he's running riot. Oh, is he? Don't. Oh, there you go, Wendell.
For 12 points, that would have been.
Oh.
That's what got you out of your seat, George?
That's what do you mean? That was a tough bucket.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. I missed it. Because I was trying to navigate.
Where's my cats?
Hey.
Hugs is a dog. Shack it back. Yo, Jamal.
Right.
Jamal, man.
All right. Okay. Now listen. I need. Okay.
Is that a club?
I need your commentator voice, George. What do you think's gonna happen? You gotta predict. No, you gotta predict. Saying, okay, Lando up by 3, minute 13. What do you think they do? Pick and roll.
Pick and roll.
Oh, I think this is a small, big pick and roll for Giannis.
Okay. Well, you're wrong.
Damn it.
Here it comes. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
What did I say? What did I
that wasn't
say?
a pick and roll.
Well, he just decided to give it up.
Oh, that's why you pay him. Get him, boys. Dame time. Dame time, boys. Dame time. We got a game. All right, Jalen Suggs.
Man, why is Orlando switching that? Like, make him.
What?
Did you call that?
What?
Why'd they call a foul? But Alec, look, what
Well-
do we say? At the end of the game, you have to get guys that are bucket getters. Jalen Suggs is doing it, but Dame's on the other side.
Bro, come on.
Is that little Phoenix?
Do that.
Is that Phoenix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phoenix, I'm telling you, man. Tell him.
tell him.
Who called that?
Why did you do that?
All right, beat it, kid.
Oh man, you have to make this.
Shh, we're recording.
Oh yeah. Sorry guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is how we watch basketball in my house, everyone.
Hey, did you know Daddy sometimes?
Oh,
Did he just mute them?
No, they're still here. I'm just like, we got 40 seconds to go.
Oh.
Oh, smoked it.
That's.
All right, where do we go? Where do you go? Oh, they're not paying attention. Travel. What are you doing? What kind of defense is that?
That's a travel, wasn't that a travel?
No, not really. Not in the NBA.
how did he just walk in there?
That's what I say. Oh, here we go. I think we're ahead of you guys. We're
No,
at
you're
22.
not. You're behind.
Oh, no, don't say nothing.
Oh, bucket.
Shut up, George.
No, don't do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
got him.
Don't do that. The ball. What are you doing? Don't do that. Why did you? Don't shoot a three. Shoot a two.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Allie, what did we say? At the end of the game, you need a bucket getter. They had two guys going
They
at
got
it.
multiple. You
No,
can
but I'm
even
saying,
throw Bobby
two
Portis
guys
in
going at it. Jalen Suggs and Damian Lillard. Damian
Oh.
Lillard scored 5 straight. Jalen Suggs missed 2 shots.
Fair. Fair.
You guys are forgetting this is for a trip to Vegas
Yep.
and a lot of money.
How
I don't
mad are you guys, George, to not be there?
Oh,
Don't. Why did you shoot?
you know, when you think about your spending as an NBA player for the year, that it could be essentially a wash if you win that tournament. That makes it a little painful.
Yeah.
You know, like you could go spend the next day and be like, yeah, this doesn't really matter, you know, as ignorant as that sounds.
No, it does sound really ignorant. It does sound real. But you're basically saying that like you
Well,
win
that's
that
a lot of
tournament.
money.
You win that. No, you win that tournament. That's covering your bills.
Did you guys all feel that way last year too?
Well,
Or
we
was
didn't
it
know.
just not taken serious just yet because no one really knew?
Well, we didn't know, you know, until we seen the people that had won, you know, pull up in new whips to summer workouts. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
oh, that's what you
Who was
had been
that?
talking
Who
about.
did that?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know until my boy Tyrese Halliburton was pulling up this summer in a double R. I was like, oh, that max money, it didn't even hit yet, but that's what you're doing.
Oh,
And you didn't even win.
All right. Well, it is time for bedtime for these dudes.
Can we just watch the end?
No, the game's over.
Well, according to the
No,
chat.
no, honestly,
it's
come
like-
on, Rich. They should. There's 10 seconds left. They're only going to be down 3. Come on, dude.
Ugh.
Come on.
Okay, the next game, I want your prediction. Mavs.
Cool.
Thunder.
Daddy,
Oh, I got the Mavs.
Who
Luka
do you have winning
Magic.
it all?
Like the whole thing. Finals.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks, because you know Richard wants to make comments and stuff.
No, they were good. I really loved hearing your breakdown about why they're so good and like formidable. It was accurate.
Well, because Quinn kind of did the same thing when we were number 1 in the West, where he'd take out Mike Conley and Rudy early, and then he'd let those two. So essentially, it'd be like he knew Mike Conley would be better than any team's backup point guard, and Rudy would be able to go up against any team's backup center. And then it was like me, Joe Ingles, and Jordan Clarkson. So you had like another ball handler, and then floor spacers, and then Jordan Clarkson who could go play one-on-one and score. So
y'all won a lot of games. Y'all won a lot of games.
We did, but just sometimes not at the right time.
Yeah, true.
I knew you were getting to that. I could feel.
I wasn't. Why? I was not going there.
Because I'm getting to know you on a better level.
Oh, okay. Why are they
watching this replay? Is it because it should have been a jump ball?
I have not. Are they trying to decide if it's a jump ball?
Bro, there's 2 fouls.
Oh.
Bro, how are they deciding?
That means they shoot 4 free throws, right, Phoenix?
Well, they're going to decide. They're going to decide.
They are?
They're going to decide whose ball.
Then this game actually is not over. What are we looking at?
They're trying to determine if the foul happened before the jump ball.
What? Bro, it's either way a foul because but Chris Middleton.
Oh, Chris Middleton?
Yeah, because he got pushed down.
Oh, Chris Middleton did get pushed down.
Why are they
100,000 on the line for each player to advance? Even at this point.
No, it's only the 2 finals.
Porter's had limited possession of the ball. Well, Milwaukee would be awarded the ball in the backcourt with 10 seconds left in the game. Orlando will not be charged a timeout, and they will be able to challenge subsequent plays.
So they won the challenge.
Orlando did?
Orlando won the challenge, but Milwaukee still gets the ball in the backcourt with 10 seconds.
What? Actually, yeah.
Go check on Jazzy.
What's up, Jazz?
Guy's running daddy daycare over there while he's
watching a game, recording, like, yeah.
That's how you know you made it.
Why?
You could just have everything at your fingertips. Your job, parenting. Look at him. He muted it, little rascal.
No. I gave him some instructions.
He said, "Get the F over the."
Yeah. Talk to him like
travel.
I call the foul.
There we go.
They're still gonna have an opportunity, even if Dame hits. Oh, well, he hits both.
You were saying.
Sorry, I was looking at my stat thing. Still, Magic ball down 3 with 9 seconds.
This is the thing that's tough. Is like I'll tell them, hey, they got to go to bed as soon as the game is over. So then when the game goes into overtime, they're so obnoxious. They're just like, yeah, daddy, game overtime, yeah.
Christian Nagel has everything except hair.
That's not funny.
Please do a basketball horse contest with Worthy. I will. I actually played a game of Fox with Rich back in the day in Cleveland. George, have you done that yet for television?
Do what?
Play a game of horse or pig.
Nobody wants to see me outside of the game.
What? What is it about you that we don't know that we keep asking to see you?
They're like, you look like a truck driver. It looks like I could do your job. I only want to see you when you're wearing a Cavs uniform.
I love how the NBA can make 10 seconds 1 hour. Seriously.
Oh, my God.
You're not going. You're not leaving.
Yeah, they're like, no, absolutely not.
Does this end? Does this end when this game is over? Because
yes,
it's been awesome hanging with you guys.
It really. This game is.
No, this has been a really cool time, but we
literally like to do the first 20, 30 minutes of the next game. Also.
Where do you have to go in Cleveland? Where are you going out in Cleveland tonight on a Tuesday?
First off, I was lying about my location, so therefore that's why I'm getting a little antsy.
We know your location, and that's why I also said I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing up, man.
Well, this ain't really prime time.
Not everyone would, including your teammates.
Including there was other teammates that we might.
Whoa! Well, no, there wasn't. We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Lisa, honored to see the most winningest NBA player on the podcast tonight. Shout out, Minivan.
Yeah.
You know those stats. Don't act like you know.
Mona Lisa.
And stuff. All right, call it. Are they going to tie it? Is it going to go to overtime? If
If it goes
not.
if it's overtime, I'm out. I'll tell
I'm
you
out
the match.
too. We are out at overtime. I'm out at overtime.
Take us to the club with you, please.
Oh God.
Bucks
Okay.
win.
All right, here we go. I'm calling a brick rebound. Once there's a brick and rebound, I'm calling it. All right, KCP. Jalen Suggs. I smoked it. Smoked it.
Left it short.
He knew it too.
Again.
George, you're
All right.
amazing. Rich, you're wonderful. We love doing these lives. Obviously, if you're with Road Trippin, please subscribe, follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got you covered. But for now, that's another edition of Road